What's up guys, so today's video we're going to learn about the basics of nutrition. So this will be things such as what are calories, what are macronutrients, and how we can manipulate our food intake in order to get the desired results we want, such as burning fat or building muscle. And this can be applied to both men and women. This is going to be a series with multiple parts, so make sure you watch all of this video and also take notes so that you have a better understanding for the videos that will come after. I've also got my whiteboard here to be a visual aid for you guys. Alright, let's get started with the most basic thing. What is a calorie? A calorie is a unit of measurement for how much energy is in a food. And now a calorie is made up of three things. It's made up of three macronutrients. So it's made up of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. So to get a clear understanding, all foods that you eat have calories in them. And all of those foods are made up of those three macronutrients, or most foods are. For example, you've got chicken breast, you've got meat, you've got sweet potato, you've got rice. Even processed foods such as pizza, burgers, they've all got calories and they're all made up of the three macronutrients. Most foods are made up of all three macronutrients. For example, something like chicken breast is only made up of protein and fat. There's no carbs in it. For example, sweet potato, there's only carbohydrates and protein. There's no fat. But majority of the foods that you'll eat, they all have calories in them, but they'll only have some of the macronutrients or all of them. The most important thing to understand is that all foods are made up of calories. Another important thing to understand is 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates equals 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. Alright, so let's get into what is the most important thing when it comes to manipulating your body weight or burning fat or building muscle. And that is calories in versus calories out. Now what do I mean by that? So basically, if your goal is to burn fat, you need to burn more calories than what you consume. And the opposite goes for if you're trying to build muscle. You need to eat more calories than what you're burning. Now, if you were to eat the same amount as if you were going to eat the same amount of calories as you burn in that day, you would actually maintain your weight. I know it may sound very simple, but when it comes to either losing, maintaining, or gaining weight, it really is that basic. It's really just how many calories you're consuming and how many calories you're burning. Now, how do you burn calories? Well, there's multiple ways. First thing is obviously exercise. Going to the gym, going for a walk, going for a run. Maybe if you have a physical job where you're doing hard work, that'll be burning calories. There are other little things such as twiddling your thumbs or just fidgeting. That doesn't burn much calories obviously, but it does use a little bit. And if you don't know how to consume calories by now, basically you just need to eat food. So let's get into another important thing, which is your basic metabolic rate. Now your basic metabolic rate is how many calories your body will consume throughout the day when you're resting. So your body, even if you didn't do any exercise that day, let's say you just stayed home and did absolutely nothing, would still burn calories. Your body actually burns a certain amount of calories, allowing you to function throughout the day. So now let's move on to caloric maintenance. Now everyone has a different caloric maintenance, and basically what that is how many calories you need to consume in order to maintain your weight. And there are different ways to calculate this, which I'll get onto later on in the video. But basically, here's your caloric maintenance. Let's just say, for example, it's 2,500 calories. If you were to eat less calories than that, so let's say 2,300, you'll be in a caloric deficit, and that's how you're going to lose weight. Now, if you were to eat 2,700 calories, you'd be in a caloric surplus. And that means you'd be gaining weight. So that's how it works with calories in versus calories out, and how that's going to translate into you either building muscle or burning fat. So another thing to understand is if you want to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. There is no other way you can lose weight. You have to eat less calories than what you're consuming. The opposite goes for building muscle. If you want to build muscle naturally, you have to be in a caloric surplus. So you have to consume more calories than what you've burned. Another thing for building muscle, if you're eating your caloric maintenance, so the calories you need to maintain your weight, you might be able to put on a really small amount of muscle, but it'll be pretty insignificant. So if you do want to put on quality muscle mass, you need to be in a bit of a caloric surplus. So if your goal is to lose weight and you want to be in a caloric deficit, there's a few things you can do. You can decrease how many calories you're consuming, so decrease the amount of food or energy you're consuming, Or you can increase your energy expenditure, so that's like increasing your exercise and how much calories you're burning in a day. Or you can do both and couple them, so decrease your food or your energy intake and also increase your energy expenditure. And obviously the opposite goes for if you're trying to put on weight or gain muscle. If you want to be in that caloric surplus, you can either increase how much food you're intaking or calories, like how many calories you're intaking, or decrease how much energy expenditure you've got, or you can do both. I hope I've done a good job explaining everything. If you're confused about anything, just leave a comment below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Another thing with losing weight, a question you may have, is cardio necessary? Is sprinting or walking, is that necessary to lose weight? No, it's not. All you really need to do is be in a caloric deficit. And you can achieve that without doing cardio. You can achieve that just by doing weights. And all it is tracking your calories and making sure you're below your maintenance. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Remember, there will be multiple parts to this series, so make sure you check them out as I release them. I hope you now have a basic understanding of how nutrition works and how you can achieve your goals of losing weight and gaining weight. I just want to end it by saying thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something valuable from it. Give it a like, share it with your friends, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and always remember to keep the pump.